Recently, someone left a comment on my no buy challenge video, and they were referring to rule number 8 of that challenge. And rule number 8 is basically saying that if I buy something new, then I have to sell something old. And their comment was talking about how the only way that works with selling something old is if that old thing already has value. Because if it doesn't have value, then I can't really sell it and I just have to get rid of it. And person who left that comment, I completely agree with you, and it inspired today's video. So I want to show an example of one time in my life where it literally paid me to be bougie. So we're gonna go back to the year 2019, a more simple time, I would say, before the world just got a little crazy. Anyway, but yes, back in 2019, I got my first luxury apartment, and I also got my first like big girl job, making big girl money, and I wanted to reward myself, and I got a new couch. So I wanted to reward myself. I went to West Elm and I got a custom couch. It was leather. It was beautiful. It was a sectional. It cost $3,000 at the time. It was the most expensive thing that I ever bought. So I was nervous about spending that amount of money, but once it was delivered, it took like 3 months to get to my apartment, but once it was delivered, I fell in love the minute I sat down. And I kept that couch for 5 years, and when I say I used it every day, I used it every single day. Like I said, this was 2019, and so the year after that was 2020, and I used that couch a lot in 2020. I would just sit for hours at a time. But anyway, so my point is it got a lot of use. It got so much use to the point where the cushions in the couch kind of like flattened so that every time I sat down, I could feel like the base of the couch. Flash forward to 2024, the year that I moved into this lovely house. So I was setting everything up, and I realized that the couch didn't really fit in this house because my house is very narrow. It's very like long and narrow. And the couch, like I said, it's a sectional, like it has that L piece, a chase as they call it, and it like sticks out, and it sticks out so far that it kind of blocks off the walking area of the house. So even though I loved that couch, it just didn't fit in the space and I needed to replace it. But because I bought something that was really high quality, even 5 years after the fact, I was able to sell it and make a profit when I sold it. Speaking of high quality, today's video is sponsored by Teddy Blake. Teddy Blake makes high quality premium Italian leather handbags. They have luxurious feel and have that real leather smell. They're dyed and treated to withstand the test of time and maintain a luxurious look. Each Teddy Blake bag is characterized by having high quality construction, attention to detail, imaginative design, shape, and durability, so they never compromise on quality, but still deliver on affordable luxury. With Teddy Blake, you can enjoy luxury at a fair price always. So I got the Ava bag. This is in the color light beige, and it's in the 11-inch size. Now I got this size because I have a lot of smaller bags, like in comparison, bags that are usually like this or so, like significantly smaller than this. And those bags are nice, but I've been wanting to have something that I could carry my Kindle in, and I'm becoming like a huge Kindle girl. So I wanted to get the 11-inch size. And okay, so this is how you open it. You flip these up and then it opens like this. So this is my Kindle. Not only can my Kindle fit inside, but my iPad mini can fit inside too. I'm happy. So if you're interested in having your own Teddy Blake bag, you can go to their website and look at their collection. And they did give me a discount code to give to you all, so you can have $30 off of whatever you order. And I'll have the link and code in the description box below. And ladies, remember, Valentine's Day is coming up. So if your significant other gets you a bag, technically, you didn't break the no buy challenge, did you? No, you didn't, so just keep that in mind. Okay, back to the video. So before I sold the couch, I wanted to, well, not wanted, I needed to clean it up to make sure that I could get like the most money possible by it being in the best shape that it could possibly be in. And like I said, this is a leather couch, and one advantage to leather, as long as you take good care of it, it can last for a really long time. Or even in my case, I did not take the best care of that couch, but it still held up very well. So the entire time I owned the couch, I never conditioned it. My friends told me that I should condition it. My family told me that I should condition it. And they weren't like mean or harsh about it. They would just come over and they'd be like, so do you know that you can condition leather? Like, have you ever thought about doing that? And I'm like, I don't need to do that. It looks fine. And, you know, it did look fine in my mind. But like I said, I wanted to sell it and I wanted to make sure that it looked the best that it could. So I was like, let me stop being lazy and let me condition the couch. Okay, so ignore the boxes in the background. Today is an admin day for me, but I am getting a new couch soon, so I'm gonna replace this one. This couch actually has sentimental value to me. I have had this couch for 5 years, and to me, it just represents like walking into my big girl era. This was one of the big purchases that I got once I started making like big girl money, as I like to call it. So yeah, cost like $3,000. I know. It's custom made leather couch from West Elm. Yeah, and I love it. But as you can see, because it has the chase part, there's not a lot of walking room in here. So I'm going to replace it with a couch where it doesn't have a chase. So it's gonna open up all of this so much. If you can see, I've already conditioned this part, but I haven't conditioned this part or any of the seats or any of that part. But it's a huge difference, which makes me think like, oh, I should have been done this. But yeah, so I just wanted you to see like the before of the couch. This is what it's looking like. Oh, I'm actually gonna be really sad when I sell this. But oh, do you see? It really needs to be conditioned. I've conditioned this side and I haven't conditioned that side. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I should have done this years ago. And let that be a lesson to you that if you're gonna have nice things, you gotta maintain it. Anything worth having will require maintenance. And yes, just look, I wish y'all could feel it. Like this feels so smooth. And this, like it's not rough like bumpy, but this feels like moisturized skin, and then this part doesn't. So hopefully you can see the difference on camera, but there is a huge difference between before and after I conditioned the couch. And it was finally in a good enough position so that I could sell it. But before I sold it, I needed to make sure that I could have something to replace it. So I spent weeks, researching. That's usually how I am. I'm not good with quick decisions. I like to spend a long amount of time like evaluating a situation and doing research before I like make that step of doing something, particularly when it comes to spending money. And anyway, so I spent weeks researching and I decided to get the cozy couch. Now I wanted something that was going to be comfortable. I wanted something that and like the leather couch, like it was comfortable, but it's like the couch that I have now is just like a different type of comfortable. I do think that it's more comfortable. It's something that you can kind of just like sink into. Also, I can fit more people on that couch, and it's not as low to the ground as my old couch was. And obviously, it doesn't have that chase anymore, so it's just a regular like long couch. And this couch costs $1,600. So I am about to move my couch over here in front of the window. and then assemble my new couch, the cozy couch. I'm doing that because today is hopefully the day that someone comes and buys my old sofa. But before they get here, I just want to like open this up and make sure I like this before they take away my beautiful sofa that I will miss. So yeah, so let's get started. So once I had my new couch, it was kind of a lot because I had the new couch and the old couch in my house, and my house is not big, so it was taking up a lot of space. So I wanted to get it sold very quickly. So I ended up putting it on Facebook Marketplace, and pretty quickly, people were interested in buying it, and I think I listed it at $2,000. Now remember, when I bought it, it cost $3,000. And I originally listed it on Facebook for $2,000, and then I ended up selling it for $1,800. So again, originally this thing cost me $3,000, and over the course of 5 years, it still held more than 50% of its value. And who knows, if I had like regularly conditioned it and took better care of it when I had it, maybe I could have sold it for even more money. And the cozy couch, like I said, it cost $1,600, and I sold the old couch for $1,800. So technically, I made $200 when I sold it. Girl math. Yes. And so that is why in some cases it does literally pay to be bougie if what you are buying is something that you are going to use every single day, and eventually at some point in the future you may want to sell that item. Is definitely worth it to be bougie, in my opinion. Now again, pick and choose what you're going to be bougie about, but something like furniture, something that you're going to use every single day, I think it's worth it to be bougie in that case and get something that you want and get something that's going to last. So that is today's story time. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave some comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed, and like the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.